There's a hard truth that most Americans need to hear. Watching cable news, I don't know if you know this or not, but that's not political activism. Scrolling social media and complaining and fighting in the comment section, by the way, is also not activism. And arguing politics with your buddies over coffee, though it might be fun, it's not activism. And standing on an overpass and waving a flag and holding a political sign, it might make you feel connected to a movement, but most of the time it changes nothing. And that's right, that's not activism. If you want to change the country, if you want to change policy, if you want to make politicians listen, then you have to understand one simple truth. Activism is an action word, and action requires effort. At Bring Our Troops Home, we teach effective activism, not empty noise, not performative politics, not keyboard courage, real activism, real pressure, and real results. One of the very first things we ask our volunteers to do is to join our 5 phone calls during lunch program. It's just 5 phone calls. It's during your lunch break, and that's about it. Because when state legislatures are in session and the Defend the Guard bill is moving through the legislative process, hundreds of volunteers making 5 phone calls each creates political pressure that lawmakers simply cannot ignore. Because politicians, I don't know if you know this or not, they only understand 2 things: pain and pleasure. And I'm telling you right now, I am not in the business of providing pleasure to any politician. We are in the business of making them act, but activism, it doesn't stop when the legislators go home at the end of the session. That's when we ask you to do something even more powerful and, frankly, a little bit easier. If you belong to the American Legion or the VFW or the Daughters of the American Revolution or your local Kiwanis Club or Chamber of Commerce or your county political party or any other civic organization, bring Defend the Guard to them. We have pre-written resolutions ready for you. It's a very low lift. They're very easy to present, and very little training is required. You bring the resolution before your organization and you ask them a simple question. Do you believe that Congress should decide when America goes to war? And do you believe that the state's National Guard should only be sent to fight in wars authorized by Congress? That, my friends, is constitutional government. That's common sense. You won't find hardly anybody that disagrees with you. And when your organization passes that resolution, we add it to our growing list of national coalition. That creates huge momentum. And momentum changes everything. A resolution passed at your local post can then move on to the regional level or the state level. Then national leadership has to start paying attention. And that is how movements grow. That's how pressure builds. And that's how ordinary Americans like you and me create extraordinary political change. So here's my ask. Go to bringourtroopshome.us/fight for something. Or you can go to defendtheguard.us/fight for something. Leave us your information. Our Director of Field Operations, the great Diego Rivera, and I will reach out and train you and prepare you, and we'll walk with you every step of the way. You don't have to do this alone. You just have to take the first step. Because history, it doesn't belong to the people who sat back and watched. It belongs to the people who acted. Because as we know, complaining changes nothing and action changes everything. So join us and pick up the phone or pass a resolution, join the fight, and we'll see you on the battlefield of good ideas.